Hi, I'm Patty, and welcome to the Lion Brand Yarn Studio. I'm very excited today to have our special guest, Mary Tudor. Mary, welcome. I hope you had a great trip into New York. Do you have a lot of fun things planned while you're here in New York City? You know, Mary's a little shy, so why don't instead we talk to Adrienne Martini? Thanks, Mary. Hi, welcome to the Lion Brand Yarn Studio. We're here with the amazing Adrienne Martini. And for those of you who cannot be with us in New York, we want to give you a little sneak peek. She's here to talk about her unbelievably, delightfully, bizarrely, hysterically funny, which I know also refers to funny, so that's a little redundant. Sweater Quest, My Year of Knitting Dangerously. Welcome.
It's great to be here.
So now, here on my lap is herself.
Is the sweater.
Is Mary Tudor.
And really, there's nothing else to say at this point, but...
Good night, everybody. No, honestly. So this was a year of your life.
It wasn't a full year of my life. I took off July and August because I live in a house with no air conditioning.
Ooh.
So the idea of having this much wool draped across my lap when it was 90 degrees wasn't appealing.
I understand.
Yes.
And this tiny little doll's house rug that I hold in my hand, is this is the rug version that
is the rug version.
No,
for a while
I
toyed with the idea of also building a dollhouse, all themed with Mary Tudor. All the Tudors would be in there, the big fat Henry VIII. No.
It is not actually. What this actually is, often I ask our guests one magic question near the end of the interview, which I will not be asking you.
Oh, no.
And that question is, to be honest, do you swatch? Well, of course, the question is answered because here I hold, this is not a tiny doll's house rug. This is a swatch, but of course for Fair Isle and for many other in the round projects, we have to swatch simulating in the round because of course there's no purl stitch. So there's this crazy little trick where you bring the yarn behind and then at the end you cut it and it ends up like...
Then you have a rug.
So how long did just the swatch alone take?
Just the swatch alone took... it felt like years. Just even knitting the swatch, I thought there is no way I can knit the entire sweater in a year because it took me almost that long to do the swatch. But when you're knitting the sweater, you're knitting in the round, which moves much faster than trying to do the swatch where you're kind of draping all over the place. And you learn the technique a little faster as you go. So it took 30 hours.
This didn't make you cry and
it did. It did.
Wave a white flag and
it did. I didn't wave the white flag. I just said it's got to get better from here. So
excellent. Well, I have to tell you, you know, I stalked you at Rhinebeck. I introduced myself to you.
She was a nice stalker.
To you at Rhinebeck, which is the Sheep and Wool Festival here in New York, which is in October.
Which has gotten crazy, by the way.
I know, it's fantastic. So then I got my copy from the publisher sometime in November, and I went on vacation for 3 days for New Year's after the mad, holiday rush.
Right.
And it was my company on the beach. Yeah, my husband was there too. But this was my company on the beach, and I thought, I'll start it on vacation. I started and then finished it because I never put it down. This was the most delightful company.
That's great. I'm happy that it could be such company.
I laughed out loud on the beach, and people looked at me like I was crazy. And I had like knitting and a book and laughing out loud. And we always had a spot on the beach by ourselves.
Well, that's good though. That's good though.
That's nice.
You should have laughed louder. You could have had the whole beach.
So I can't wait for you to share with our customers this book.
I'm looking forward to it.
And read. Can you just tell me the swatch line? And I think that will be a perfect closer.
The swatch line where designers always want you to swatch. Because they're closet sadists.
Don't believe her. You do need to swatch.
Believe me.
Except I thought it was funny. Thank you so much for joining us, and goodbye from the Lion Brand Yarn Studio.